Hello Capricorn, hello and welcome into your general tarot card reading, weekly reading for the second week of January of 2019, and this reading is covering the 8th to the 15th of Jan. And Capricorn, this is a general read, so take out of it what you will. So what do we have here? We have a 7 of Swords, we have the Lovers, we have a 6 of Swords, and there's a 4th card which is 4 of Wands, and this is kind of advisory card. This is talking about, this is like kind of food for thought, suggestion of the best way forward. And because we have a 2 of Swords over here, so this is going to be about communication, people, attitudes, and the Lovers kind of stand for a decision making over here. And with the 7 of Swords is talking about sometimes delays, obstacles, thing being postponed, sometimes plans that are leading to a failure, annoyance, but I would say escaping the difficult situation. Quite often I would say deception, because sometimes 7 is talking about the false friends, things that people who are false, or they saying one thing, they doing another, but also sometimes Capricorn, they might be showing you, because if you want to move forward, you're kind of moving forward, but this card is depicting someone who's moving forward but looking backwards. And because this person is carrying 5 of Swords is indicating conflict or inner conflict, so that might be some kind of indication of inner conflict. And so it's representing 2 of Swords is kind of representing those 2 swords that are being left there, is representing sometimes not wanting to address certain issues. But also, I would say, Capricorns, for some of you, this is coming with abundance of messages, this card, 7 of Swords. I would say this sometimes it might be talking about the solitude that you're going to take, because you're going to kind of questioning yourself, and because you're going to kind of maybe realize that some of your plans might be ill-conceived. So you might be coming to realization that certain things, they need adjusting. I think that's what's that coming through, and maybe it's just realizing that person that you are relying on, you cannot rely on that person. You might come to the realization that those things might not work after all as you expected. So that's for one, but also it might be indicating that for some of you, because you have a 6 of Swords over here, there's those 7 might be an indication here that you are carrying very heavy load of burden, and sometimes you need help from others, and sometimes the other, or maybe you might be carrying too much others people's responsibilities on your shoulders as well. So this is, and sometimes because you are wanting to, because you care for them so much, you're denying them the opportunity to learn the valuable lessons on their own. So that might be standing here in this case, in this case for you, Capricorn. And yes, and I think that another thing that just came through looking at this card, if you lost something, it might be returned to you. But this is all some kind of old friendship might be rekindled, or if you lost something, you're going to find it. But coming to the 6 of Swords, and because the 7 of Swords is looking towards the Lovers, and Lovers, it's the major arcana card. It quite often stands for a decision making. Quite often people, they are attributing Lovers to do with the love and relationship. But I think in this particular case, what the Lovers is resonating with me, it's resonating with commitment, and kind of decision making. Obviously, it's lovers also stands for attraction and love and connection, but I would say in this particular case, I would say it's something to do with the life choices and responsibilities over here. Because of that, I would say that you have a very difficult, I would say difficult, not easy sometimes, decision to make. And you have to make that choice based on how you truly feel about the situation, how you truly, what you truly believe is the best way forward. Because I would say that might be a very difficult decision for you to make. You know it should be done. You know that this may be regarding others or other person. And what I would say, because of that, it's might be something to do with the cooperation and working together with other people, or inability of working with other people, so to speak. And if certain things they're not working out, they're not coming to the plan, like the Seven of Swords might be indicating over here, you have to make that decision for yourself in order to progress and grow. And because of that, you might be choosing to leave certain people's situation behind, because you have the Six of Swords over here. A Six of Swords is indicating they're moving away from troublesome waters, it's progressing to the better future. And because you have a Four of Wands, the indication is, whatever decision you're going to make, whatever decision you're going to take, yes, that's going to be situation for better, but it's not easy. So it almost feels to me here, Capricorn, that is a very difficult decision for you to make. You might be don't want to make that decision. You might be wanting to look after someone, you want to carry, and you might be picking up too much of the burden over here. You might have that tendency to overdo it, to hope for the best, even though you know it cannot work out. And decision has to be made, and decision, you have to just take whatever is possible for you to take, to carry and move on, because lovers, they're also talking about the uncertainty, and it's talking about the fate, and talking about sometimes indecision and hesitation from taking that decision. But the choices must be made to progress and grow. And within your gut what has to be done, even though you might be having second thoughts about it, you know what has to be done. And because the Six of Swords is indicating this. And the Six of Swords is indicating this insight and adjustment and journey and success, and actually is indicating the resolution of difficulties, peace and calm, peace of mind. And it speaks about the equilibrium and stability and balance. So this is talking about the adjusting period. So this is talking about the period of the calm after great anxiety, release of the tension. So whatever decision you're going to be making, this is a very good decision. It's representing this kind of, it speaks of this movement, on all kind movements. Sometimes it's also talking about the inner journey, but might be physical and on the mental plane. And that's the best way forward, is to, presumably you're going to come to the terms of the decision, and you're going to understand that you have no other choice to just adapt to the new situation. That the only decision or only choice you have is to adapt with the change and focus on overcoming those obstacles, and be and you have to, it's almost like this is going to force you to see things for what they are, because with the Seven there might be deception, there might be self-deception, or deception being somebody else try to deceive you. So the 6 is indicating this time when you're going to be, because of the 7 and the Lovers, the indication is here that you might be going through some kind of period of upheaval and disruption. And 6 is indication of this overcoming and moving towards harmony, to calmer waters, moving away from the unpleasant environment or surroundings. So that's what is coming. And the advisory card, 4 of Wands over here, I'm really liking it, and I'm loving it actually, because it's indicating this harmony and peace and prosperity and satisfaction. It's almost it's standing for positive improvement and celebration. Some people, they call it the cards of the weddings, family engagements and what have you. But I would say this is representing going through a threshold. Castle is representing stability. The fruits, the ones that are representing fall. Once again, it's about the stability and security. The fruits that are representing the reaping the rewards. So whichever way you're going to look at it, it's representing this long-awaited, I would say, positive period in your life. That's what is coming through. And it's talking about the relief and satisfaction. So whatever you're going to go through, you have to think about what you're aiming for. Whatever decision is here for you to make, Capricorn, it's about seeing things for what they are, adjust course of action, make that decision, leave things behind which are not going to work, and focus on the positive aspects. And it looks to me that you're going to make a good decision that is to a certain degree, for some of you Capricorns over there, it's long overdue. So that's what is coming through for the second week of Jan for you Capricorns. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning, and until the next time. If this reading has resonated with you, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to go to my website www.tarotwithmishka.co.uk, or alternatively you can email me at mishka@tarotwithmishka.co.uk. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, just simply type in Tarot with Mishka. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.